It's week 6 of the NFL. It's the Eagles and the Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Second and 1. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They keep it with Barkley on first down.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Hurts. And he fires one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Pause here for an injured player. That's Kenny Golladay, who's in some pain out there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 69 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Dances by at the 20. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Barkley sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell to about the 48-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Now he steps away.
And he's going to go down again. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. He's got room at the 30, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Sammy Watkins, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Sammy Watkins who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, a run with Gainwell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Hurts. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Hurts throw taken in by Pascal. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. They're going to look to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Extra point up and through, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go to Barkley again. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that one caught downfield by Pascal. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give running right is Gainwell. Oh, good move. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Nifty move. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5 now. Hurts. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Running right, this is Gainwell. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's a give to Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. Give him 9 on the carry that time. They'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want him.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Max Williams. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their 1st interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing is Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive.
Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Here's a screen with Gainwell. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Darnay Holmes. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Azeez Ojulari. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback. Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal and the weight going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Dolphins who have the lead in that one. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And that one is at halftime as they've got the lead over the visiting Detroit Lions. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a touchdown run. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurts. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Toss left side, Gainwell.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
And here's a handoff to Gainwell.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2nd down and goal. Hurts escaping the pressure, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
197 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. They'll run it again with Barkley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll set up to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants have taken the lead.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Back to Gainwell here on second down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Throwing is Hurts. Drops this one down to Gainwell.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on second down. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. He dumps it off to Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson.
And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line. I'll pick up the 2. Brings up second and goal.
Another try for Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to make it a 2-score game.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The kick by Lambo is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And out now come the Eagles.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Over the middle, complete.
That's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches.
A gain of 4 yards. And an Eagles 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st down, Hurts. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hurts. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The New York set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Gets past one man, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, 222 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw to the sideline. And wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Shakes off the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The New York set to take the field.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Barkley, inside handoff. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, sometimes, Brendan, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2nd and 6. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Back to throw again. Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
A credit the pass breakup to Anthony Harris.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Free kick out of bounds.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go to Barkley again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Barkley. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
2nd and 11 now.
Now Saquon Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Giants, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.